please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Welcome back, you're watching Overdrive. Now, just like I mentioned before this break that there were plenty of India-bound motorcycles that were showcased at the Milan Motor Show, here's more.
Now let's switch it up, shall we? We confirmed earlier that the second half of 2018 was the likely launch slot BMW has set for both of its TVS manufactured motorcycles, the G310R and the G310GS. But there was more news from BMW Motorrad for India at Eicma. So I'm sitting on the F750GS. Behind me is the F850GS, the two new motorcycles that BMW Motorrad is showing at the 2017 Eicma motorcycle show in Milan. But the big news, and it's exclusive to me right now, although one of my competitors is standing right here and listening to me, is that BMW Motorrad is seriously considering bringing these motorcycles to India in 2018. The decision has not yet been made, and the initial motorcycles will be CBUs that will come from Munich. They will be competitively priced is what we've been promised. They're saying if we can do it with the 1200GS, we can certainly do it with the 750 and the 850. So decisions still remain to be made. Is it this motorcycle, the 750? Is it that one, the 850? What the final pricing will be? But we know CBUs, Munich, 2018, serious consideration. BMW is getting going. We already know confirmations that the 310s, the GS and the R, are also slotted for an India launch made out of TVS at Hosur in the second half of 2018. Just when you thought that the Japanese, especially Suzuki, were having a quiet show for once, the top motorcycle at the Kawasaki stand at the 2017 Eicma is this. This is the H2 SX, the touring version based on the same supercharged platform that powers the H2 and the H2R. Still 200 PS, looks absolutely smashing, and of course it's got all the gadgets. But the motorcycle that's really blowing my mind is the Z900 RS, based on the Z1, and they've got a Z1 parked right next to it. All the cues have been transferred. It looks absolutely brilliant. But Kawasaki use a LED headlamp and other details that clearly mark it out as a modern motorcycle. Now the Z900 RS and the H2 SX should come to India. The H2 was about 30-35 lakh rupees. This should also be. The Z900 RS though should be a lot more affordable, should be very interesting to ride. I did recently ride the Honda CB1100 EX, another retro flavored motorcycle, and Honda had absolutely nailed it. And I expect that the Z900 RS will also be similarly a very flavorful retro flavored motorcycle. Lots of new stuff with Honda at Eicma 2017. There's the new Goldwing. We already showed you that from the Tokyo show. There is a very, very nice looking cafe racer modern concept called the Interceptor. Very nice looking back there. The Fireblades here. There's also the new Africa Twin. They've got a new white, cherry maroon and blue color which looks smashing. It's got a new tank. It's a slightly taller motorcycle than before. 95 PS in the European spec. Looks smashing, I think. Should come to India, I hope. Manual transmission will be awesome. The other thing that we've got, and I have only eyes for this at the Honda stall, this is the CB300R. 288cc engine, 31.5 bhp. It's beautifully made. It looks absolutely brilliant, and I think it will make a great premium commuter for India. It looks expensive though, okay? So all the components do look expensive. But if there's one Honda operation on earth that could take something like this and turn it into something we'll be able to afford, buy and enjoy, it would be Honda India. So here's hoping the CB300R comes to India. And now for a quick roundup of two more brands that are present in India before we wrap up with one more last bit of delicious news. Benelli had a huge stand at the center of which was their new 750. But flanking that was their Diavel style park cruiser and the retro style Imperiale, which immediately got labelled the Can It Beat Royal Enfield bike at the show. But the real story for us was the savvy looking new Leoncino, which also showed up with a 250cc engine. This engine was also shared with the TRK 250, a smaller ADV style motorcycle based on the bigger TRK that's now due in India. Here's hoping DSK and Benelli get these motorcycles to India as fast as possible. So Norton is coming to India. That was the announcement at Eicma 2017 today. They've decided to go into a joint venture with Kinetic. It will be called Norton Kinetic most likely. These motorcycles like this 961cc 72 PS Commando motorcycles like this will come to India. They'll start as imports by the end of this year, but the CKD production is planned for the end of next year. Norton and Kinetic will also explore the idea that some of the non-critical components could be imported locally and then be imported into UK for production. But the core parts of this motorcycle, and it's a fairly hand-built motorcycle, the core parts of this motorcycle, like the engine, like the frame, will continue to be made in the United Kingdom.